Hello friends, welcome to Intuites.
Let's begin the class.
Yeah, so I'm audible. My screen is visible. But
Yes, sir.
Yes.
okay, Jaya was having some doubt on assignment number 3, question number 4, right? Anybody tried this?
No, sir.
Okay, here it's very simple, Jaya. Take the input from the console, okay? And say p equals to int and positive, something like that.
We can
Then
use if
while a less than equals to 0. Okay, and take a condition here. If it is a print negative number, whenever it is greater than 0, then the loop will stop there. Now you can do that.
we can even use if loop also, no, right, sir?
If it's not a loop,
Yeah, if
So
is a
if
condition.
condition, yeah, yeah.
Sameer, now
mm,
while a less than or equal to 0, I mean
mm,
a less than 0, no, if I give a break, it is automatically saying, yeah, I didn't give
uh,
while, but I checked with if condition.
no, you don't need to give any break. Just try it this way.
Oh,
Okay,
just try that way?
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, okay. Then it is, I thought you were asking to use exceptional handling, so I thought I will
no,
check
no,
with you.
no.
Okay. And the next one, it is just with the index number you have to do, and yeah, using index,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's it.
it's just that, right?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay. And the next, I'm sorry, the next one, if I just without sort or sort method you're asking, so if I take a variable and assign the first index and check with the rest of the numbers, can I do that way?
Yes,
Okay.
you can try
Okay.
that. Okay, any other questions? So, your guys are trying the assignments?
Sir, I did 1 and 2 and I already sent you last week. I had to try 3 and 4.
Okay. So, let's discuss today about recursion. What is recursion and how we can write the recursion? Why we will use the recursion? All these things we will discuss today. So, first of all, thing is what is recursion? Is the formal definition of recursion is function calls itself. You see, this is the formal definition of a recursion. And I think did I explain the in the CT? Do you have done that like recursion in the SQL? Have you tried that? No, right? Yes or no?
CT
Yeah.
you have done, we haven't done much on that
No,
in
CT we did
SQL.
it. There is nothing to do on the CT, right? CT is just a concept. You can
Yeah.
write your code there. Yeah. Okay. So function calls itself. Suppose think like that. I want to write a program to multiply two numbers. Okay. So here the assumption would be that let's take the Python don't have your multiplication operator. Just as assume like that. There is no arithmetic operator as multiplication. Still we have that, but let's assume that it is not there. Then how you will write a code which will be multiply two numbers, right? That's a question, right? Suppose if that's the case, suppose I'm saying 2 into 4 is actually equals to, it's like a if it is not there, then it is like 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, right? So multiplication is nothing but the internal, it's a addition only. Yeah, are you agree on that? So when I'm taking 2 into 4, it's saying that 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. Okay, so let's see how to do that. Okay, so let's take a function called def multiplication or multiply. It'll take two parameters. So let's take A and B. So here, suppose the second number is 1, then what do we need to return? So example would be here that suppose you have entered 2 comma 1 or 3 comma 1 or 5 comma 1. Any combination of last number would be 1. Then what do we need to return here?
Print A.
Just think like
Same
the
number.
first condition. No, we need to enter the B, right? This is A, this is B. 5, 1. If the B is 1, then we need to return A only, right? That's the result for me, the multiplication. Don't you think so? Correct? So I will say if B equals to 1, then return A. Okay? Else what I need to do here? I need to return A plus. So as I told you that it should be 2 into 4, right? So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 8. So here I want to call another time this function, the multiplication. So function calls itself only. So I will say multiplied again A comma B minus 1. Let's see the logic and try to print the state. Okay. So here let's check the print multiply. Let's check 2 comma 4. Let's see whether I'm getting the proper output or not here. Let's run the question here. So we are getting 8 here. By giving 2 into 1, then it should give me 2. Now if you give me 3 comma 2, 6. Now the logic is how it is working. Right? Try and understand if I give 3 and 2, how it is working. Try and understand here. There is 4 lines code only. Good guys. Can somebody explain me how it is working? If I giving the input as 3 comma 2. Are you guys there?
Yes.
Yes,
Can
sir.
somebody tell me?
So first it will take two values, like we are pausing 3 comma 2. It will check
Mm.
the condition number 1. If B equal to 1, it's not, it's 2. So it will come to the second one, A plus multiply of A comma B minus 1. So it will take 3 plus 3. So now it's 3 comma 1. So it will go again. So it will check the value B equal to 1. So so it's 1. So it will return the value 6.
Three,
Here,
three, three.
when you are passing on 3 2, the AB is 3 2 only, right? Exactly.
Yes.
In this case, the B is not equals to 1, so it will not return. This condition is not satisfying for me. We'll go to the else condition. Here it's saying A plus this, A plus this. So it's saying 3 plus. Again, this function will call. Okay. So this time what we are passing up here? 3
Three,
comma
two, three, one.
1.
3 comma
It's
1.
2 mana. 3 comma 1. Right? 3 comma 1 here. Again, it is running. It is 1 equals to 1. It will be run 3. So
So it will
here
be
what
3.
is happening? Yeah, it will be 3. So 3 into 3, now it will be 6. So what happen is internally this function is continuously running up. So when I am coming to the return statement here, I am calling the function one more time. So this is just like a loop. So whenever I am coming to return, again it will call the function, it will check the condition. Whenever till it is not satisfying, this function will be still calling up. So here two questions would be asked. Is it recursion is just like a loop? Yes. Recursion is similar to the loop only. And second question is whether we need to use recursion over loop. Answer is yes. This is yes. But the second answer is, see, I'll tell you two things here. So whenever, like somebody is going for an interview, you will once in a while, you will get question from the recursion. So they'll ask you some recursive question. They're saying that, can you please solve this question in recursion? That is on the interview purpose. But in a real-time scenario, we will not use the recursion mode. Okay, this is a frank statement I'm saying. We'll use instead of the loop, everything will be in the loop because recursion is sometimes when the logic is bit complex, recursion make it more complex. The logic. Okay? So that's better. You should learn the loop, but you should know the concept what is recursion is all about. But in real time, you will see very less code on the recursion rather than you will see more code on the loops. That's the reality on that. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now another program we can do it. We can try that as well. Let's do the what do you call it? Factorial. Factorial of a number using recursion. We did it the same program using loop, right? We can do the same program using the recursion as well. How we will do it here? What is the factorial of a number? Can you tell me what is factorial?
It's multiplication of n minus 1 numbers.
Sorry,
Multiplication of n into n minus 1.
multiplication of
From 1 to n minus n.
means if I
For
want to
example,
get the
if it is 3 factorial, it's 3 to 1. 3 into 2 into 1.
okay, if I say 5, it is like 5 into
4
4
into 3
into
into 2 into 1.
2 into 1. Okay. So how we will achieve this using the recursion? This I already did it in loop, correct? You have done this.
Yeah, first we check the if condition. If the number is 1, you give return 1. Else
Hmm.
you use a for loop
No,
and
I'm
you
saying
run.
using recursion. Now I'm planning to do the recursion.
Okay, using recursion.
You can use n equal to first, okay, the number, some number equal to 0, then return 1, and then
Hmm.
again you can check with n plus the same function into n minus 1.
Yeah, all right. So let's create a function here. Let's take the factorial and so I'm checking if n equals to 1, then return 1,
No, you
else.
have to check n equal to 0, right? N equal to 1, you
Huh.
cannot return 1, right? N equal to 0, you have to return 1.
So,
And
and
what
is it
will be the n equals to 1 also? It is 1 only, right?
If you are suppose if you are doing the 0, then what will be
No, just put an or condition over there. If n double equals 0 or n double equals 1, return 1.
Hold on, guys, hold on. I'm just giving a logic on the recursion that you can write the permutation combination 0, 1, minus 1. You can do that. You know that how to write it. I'm not like the formal code I'm not writing here. I'm
yes,
just concentrated more on the recursion part. Okay?
and start
This
n minus
already
1.
I already explained all the things. You can try it out. It's not. I'm just concentrated more on this part on how you can do the recursion. That's it. Now let's run this. Let's take it to another file. Okay. So now here the same thing. We are calling the same function with n minus 1. So it will be like 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. So like that the logic would work. Okay. So here the point is when the logic is simple, like in this case your factorial or normal multiplication, whatever maybe examples which you did it, that you can try it with the recursion. But I would suggest when the logic is more complex, don't go with the recursion, try with the loop. And in that's what I in real time also we will find less code on the recursion, more code on the loops. Okay. But for the interview perspective, you should know the path, how you can work. Okay. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So can you try a question here? Palindrome number, palindrome string using recursion. What is palindrome number? Again? Palindrome number or
Ye-
palindrome string?
Either way, it gives the same word. Like,
Okay. Madam, this is the
yeah.
palindrome. So both sides, if you read it from this side or this side, both side you are reading this the thing. That's called a palindrome string. Same way the number also, 111, whatever. Those are the numbers. Can you try this palindrome string using the recursion? Or can you do it to the loop also? First of all, let me know. Let me ask. Can you do through the loops? It's possible for you?
Do we need to use the slicing method in this?
Obviously. Want to try? At least say yes or
Yeah,
no or
trying,
nothing.
trying. We'll check the word of 0 with the length of the word.
Don't say. I don't want to say. You want to try on your system. Let me know the code.
Okay, sir.
Can we take any string or should we ask the input as a string?
That's fine. That's up to your choice.
With loop, you have to do without loop. I have done it without loop.
Okay, without loop you did means recursion.
Just checked for string equals string of using slicing.
Mm-hmm.
And if both are equal, then gave a condition. If both are equal, then it is equal. That means it is a palindrome. Print the palindrome. Else, word is not a palindrome.
You are checking only the first and last.
No, I took a input string, and I took another variable saying reversed string, and that I gave it as string of 2:-1. You had told one class reverse the string. So then I checked whether if string double equals reversed string, yes, if it is the condition, then print word is palindrome, else word is not palindrome. That is without
But
anything, just the if condition.
no, that's okay. But when you taking reverse string equals to string comparison, then is it possible to compare whole string? Not
Okay,
possible, right?
let me check. I got it.
Okay, let me do the recursion. We can try using the loops again.
I
So
used it using the loop, sir, using the range function.
range function. Why range
Yeah.
function?
First, I asked for this word, and I have taken the length of the word as b. And for I in that range of that length of that word, I'll check if that a of that the first index, the first letter is equal to the last but one number. I mean, last but one index, which is the last letter. And in that loop, it will check everything. If it returns everything is true, then it will say it is a palindrome.
That I understand, but why range?
Range
What is
because
the use of range here?
length, not to cross, to give that index height to maximum the limit of that index. How many
Which
it
index?
has?
How many
Yeah,
characters we are taking?
yeah.
I think so.
For that.
I think so. It should work. It should work. You can check it out, but I think it should work. Yeah.
Yeah, I just wrote it on the paper. I'll have to check it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here, in the first condition, what I need to check? Suppose I am giving a text, any number. Suppose I am giving a single digit. Suppose I'm saying P. I'm not giving multiple. So P is also a string, right? Single character, multiple character. Then if it the length of the string is 1, then it's a palindrome only, because if it's a single word, if you reverse read it or the front you read it, that's a palindrome only. So we need to check first. The condition would be here. It would be if length of my text, if it's equals to 1, then directly I will print it's a palindrome. Right? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Else. Else I need to check it. Okay. What I need to check? The first letter of the string and the last letter of the string. It should be same. Right? So if we say if text of 0 slicing equals to text of -1, right? If these two conditions
Yeah,
satisfied, because it should be the first letter and the last letter should be same, right?
yeah.
And that only it could be, right? Then I will call this function, palindrome function here, and I will pass text. I'm giving a logic here. You need to understand this, why I'm doing it like this. Okay.
So it will
Okay.
start from the index 1
Hmm.
in a reverse way.
Reverse way. So let's take this code to another thing. Let's control X here. String underscore palindrome. Let's run this and print, uh, let's take my name. Okay, none, because we are not giving anything here. Okay, but when you give, let's take the madam. It's giving me the none output as well. It's giving the palindrome, but why it is giving me none? I'm going to check it out, this logic. Okay. But anyway, you just figure it out why it is giving me another output here. But this will be the logic. And this same thing, we can try it with using the loop as well. Okay. I'm not writing proper
Yes.
things, but you can do check it out. And next question would be we need to write on recursion is this we need to do it with the loop as well. Then next one we need to write is called another program which we need to write in this recursion is Fibonacci series. What is Fibonacci series, guys?
Add the previous two number to get the next number.
Correct. So can you give me an example there?
1, 1, 2, 3, 5. It goes on.
Yeah. So 1, 1, 2, 3, like that we need to take it.
Yeah,
Okay. So
5,
it is something
7.
like suppose 0, 1, then this 2 needs to be added up, then it will be 1. Then this 2 needs to be added up, it will be 2. Then this 2 needs to be added up, it will be 3. Then it will be 5. Then it will be 8, like that. This is called the Fibonacci series. Okay. So the last two number needs to be added up. This two added up, this is the output. Then this number and this number will be added up. Sorry, this number and previous number needs to be added up. The final output is 5. Then 3 plus 5 equals to 8. Then 5 plus 8 equals to 13. Then 8 plus 13 equals to 21. That this is the series. So take it till 1000. Okay. So I'll take let's the output till 1000 using the recursion. Or even you can try it with using the loop as well. Okay. Is that fine? Are you good?
Yeah, we will try.
Yeah. You just need to try this.
Yes.
So these are the examples of the recursion. So whenever the recursion started, recursion is more of a similar to the your loops only. Okay, because when you are calling the function, again you are calling the function more times. So each and every time it keep on a loop. But as I told you that you should know the concept of the recursion. But in a real time, you will rarely see an example of a recursion. But when you go for an interview, the interviewer is like they are very proud of. If they know recursion, okay, because in a real time if somebody knows the recursion they are very much proud of that because the concept is just like that because it will tweak you. The concept itself is different only. So there could be in instances or there could be out of the 10 interview there could be 6 interviews. There they will ask you the questions to solve the problem using the recursion only till the interview. Okay, the person I'm saying I'm one from the industry. I'm saying on the record line as well. The person who is asking the question on the recursion, he is not using the recursion in real time problem at all. He is using the problem with the loops on because loops are very good compared to the recursion as per my standpoint. Okay, there could be some difference of opinion will come up, but if you ask me the question, I would take loop before recursion only. I will not do anything on the recursion. Rather, I will do everything on the loop zone. That's it, my opinion. Now you know the concept and you can take it for. All right, that's okay.
Okay, sir.
Samir, is there any difference from loop and recursion? Like it's a function, everything same, right? Then why they have this concept? So any difference or time consuming anything, or it's almost the same?
I didn't test the timing, frankly speaking.
Okay.
And very complexly, I never use any recursion. I will go through. That's what I'm saying. My standpoint is still on the loop zone. I will not use recursion
Okay, Sam.
in the
Yeah. Thank
in a complex standpoint. If it's the simple thing, it's fine. Like this palindrome numbers, factorial number. But this is not real time example. We never somebody will not ask you to create a
you.
palindrome
We
number
don't have the
program.
situation. Okay. Not using this one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got it, Sam.
So
Thank you.
yeah, because
Samir?
there will be no. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, no, no. You please finish it off. I'll then tell.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There will be no program in real time that they will ask you to check palindrome number, right? So we will not use the recursion. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in the previous problem, palindrome and none, why it was coming?
That's we need to figure it out.
Yeah,
I'm not doing.
can
I'm
I
not.
tell or
Yeah,
Should
good,
we?
good.
We haven't given a written statement in that function.
Yeah,
That is
exactly. We are not. Yeah, we have not given it. So that's why it is printing both.
none,
Yeah,
and it is
yeah,
printing both palindrome and none.
right, exactly. Yeah. Okay, now let's understand one. I want you to one more program you need to write now is, let's take a sentence. What is sentence is that? Take a write a program to take input as um, input as multiple strings and make it as a sentence and print the last word which you enter. What does it mean? While running the program, it will ask, suppose I have given hello first string, then I'm saying the second string is world, then third string is beautiful. Okay, three strings I'm giving the input. Okay, my output would be hello world and beautiful. This is the sentence I'm making. And what is the last word I entered? The beautiful. That's we need to give it. That saying that last word is beautiful. Can you do that,
Yes, sir.
please? This I need everybody. I need the answer. I'm just hearing one or two voices in the meeting, max three. But we have around, I think, 6 to 7 people who have in the call. Okay, can you just do that, please? You remember the positional argument, key argument, star, double star, all these things you remember, right? Functional argument, function, or gone.
Yes, we remember.
Okay, I'm just giving you 2 3 minutes or max 3 minutes. Yeah, just do it right, or otherwise I will write the code for you. Okay, have you done it?
I just wrote my logic. Can I explain that?
Yeah, please go ahead.
One second. One second.
Yeah, Swami, the output will be hello world beautiful, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I got it. Actually, yeah, I concatenate S1 plus S2 plus S3 uh, in between quotations. So I just print the strings by using
But you are
passing them.
taking only, but you are only taking three inputs. That's it.
Yes, S1, S2, S3.
No,
Yes.
no, that is manual, right? I can take any inputs. I can take 4 5, doesn't matter. It should be
Sir,
Okay.
go through
what?
the loop.
The arguments we can.
What?
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah, exactly.
uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'll ask the user to input the string,
Mm-hmm.
uh, input the words, and using the I will store those words in a list form,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll print the last n minus one index
Go
value of
ahead
that
one more time.
list.
Go ahead one more time.
Not exactly mm, syntax I wrote. The principle is I'll
No,
ask
no,
the user
logic.
to input the
Mm-hmm.
sentence. I'll
Mm-hmm.
store it in I'll store it,
No,
each word.
you user will not enter the sentence. User will enter the strings only.
Yeah,
One
that will
sent
be
once.
stored in a list of an empty list I will take, and those words will be stored in an empty list,
Okay.
and I'll print the n minus one index value, which is the last word
Mm-hmm. Okay.
of
Oh, you
that
are talking
list.
about the last. You are talking about the last question. Okay.
Yeah,
Last word.
yes,
Then what
yes, sir.
about the
That's
concatenation?
concat. I didn't see. I'm just seeing it now. Okay.
Okay. Now that list is not required. We'll see that. So here,
Concatenation can we use join and do?
we join.
Um, string function, I mean dot join and string, give the space and say join the string.
Yeah, you can do that, but there is a concatenation operator is also there, right? Why you will use the join? You can try. It's but okay. Now tell me what is this parameter is all about in the function. What I've written. Star words. What is this? Can somebody explain me this?
That's argument, right?
Yeah, what kind of argument is this? This is what kind of argument?
For key arguments, we are using star or potential. For potential,
Again, I'm asking the question, what kind of argument is this?
Positional
I know
argument with tuple
positional, sorry, positional.
positional argument with
as tuple.
tuple. Okay, that's what the answer I'm looking at. Okay, so this is the positional argument with the tuples. Okay, now inside that I'm just creating a variable. Say sentence equals to blank. As of now, it's a blank one only. Now let me look through the for loop for word in words. What is the word in words? What does it mean? This is a variable. Okay, and this is the this one. Whatever you were given, that's what I'm
Arguments.
looking through. Yeah. Now here you need to say sentence plus equals to word plus some blank space. That's it. That will be give you the concatenation things, right? Don't you think so? Sentence is a blank one, and I'm saying sentence equals to sentence plus the word plus the space. Whatever you given the word here. So you are given suppose hello, world, and beautiful. So it will be like plus 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 plus. It will be with a space.
Print
No,
sentence. Yes.
that's it, right?
Yep.
And
Yes.
what about the last word? How we will get the last word? So let's take an example of a last word equals to, I will say, the whatever that I'm returning the words, right? Words. I will take the last one, the last
Minus.
one, minus one. That's it. This is my last string. Now I will want to return this. Okay. So I will write my return. So I want to return two things here. The first thing is the sentence and the last one. So I can return multiple things here, right? So I will say sentence dot. I'm taking a R strip here because I don't want to take any
Blank
right hand
space.
side. Right hand side there should not be any space, comma my last one. This two I want to return. Okay. Now let's see. Take the input as print concatenate concatenate of words. Okay. So I will say hello, comma world, comma beautiful. Okay. Three letters I have given it. Let's see the output. See one we got it. The complete statement. Hello world beautiful, and the last letter which you entered is called your beautiful. Is in a tuple. Okay. Make sense?
Okay.
Is this okay?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and another thing you want to write, you want to say it here. This return statement which you are running here, no? This return we can return in a list as well. Parameter is on a tuple, but return can be on a list as well. How to write the list here? Instead of writing like this, I can put it in a list as well, like this. So the function can return a list as well. Let's see. See, now it's a list. This is the first argument is the concatenation, and this is your the last one. Even we can enter a dictionary as well. So like this. This will be your key and this will be your value. We can return anything from the function. We can return list. We can return what you called the tuple. We can return the list as well. Okay, are you good on this part?
Yeah.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Okay, now one question I want to ask you here. Very simple question. Here we are saying that concatenation, hello world, beautiful, everything is fine. So now this all the concatenation thing is stored inside this variable, right? Sentence. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Just tell me yes or no. Okay. So
Yes.
after this, if I say print sentence, ideally it should give me the same output what I'm expecting the concatenation. Correct? It's
Yes,
for
sir.
the logic. It should be.
Yes, sir.
It should give me. But are you
But it
following
will.
me on? Yeah, I'll come to that. So if you run this, you say that sentence is not identified. Okay? You're saying that sentence is not identified. That's where your scope of the variable will come into existence.
Global variable
So,
and
so there are two scopes here. One is the local scope and one is the global scope for the variable. So by default, whenever you are defining any variable, that is local. Local means it is local to the function. We can't execute or you can't access this variable outside of the function. Outside of the function means after this, the return statement done, then we are writing the sentence, it will not able to see it. So for that, to access this variable, we need to define this variable as global. So let's write a global here. So it will throw an error, and that I will explain you why the error would be. So the problem is whenever you are writing a global keyword before to the variable, then on the same line we can't assign the variable with any value. So first we need to define this as a global the variable. Then I can say sentence equals to blank. This is possible. In one line, this I don't know why they made like this, but in one word we can't assign the variable as well. So first we need to define it, then we need to see it. Now if I print the sentence here, okay, instead of doing this, let's see, it should give me the output. See, it's giving me the output, right? Last one. So I can access this variable outside of my function as well. Make sense? Did that make sense?
yes.
So this is the
Samir,
scope. Go ahead.
yeah, Samir, after the function we execute, the values in sentence it will be deleted or what happened? So we don't get the values again, right? Yeah, because if we mention global only, we got the result again after the function.
No, what is that? I didn't get the question.
No, no,
Sorry.
without define global, we
Hmm.
don't get the output in sentence. It deleted after the return function. Is it so? Uh,
It's not.
so,
It's no. It's not deleted. When you
okay,
are calling the function that you are getting the output. But inside the function, we have a variable which holds that the concatenation string, which is whatever you are giving it. But that
okay,
variable, when you are trying to access outside of the function, when it is not defined as a global, we will not able to access it. When there is a global keyword is being used, then only you can able to access. That's what the logic is. Still, you can
okay,
call the function and you can get the output. There will be no global local for that. Only when we want to access the variables which you assign or which you define inside the function. And if it is normal one, then we will not able to access this outside of the function. But instead of that, you can just create it. Yeah, that's what
Okay.
it's all about. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So yeah.
Samir, one more doubt regarding this one. Like, instead of writing this R strip, last word, and all those things, like after writing the line number 10, can we print it directly? Does it not work? Because anyhow, it is capturing under the sentence, right? Do we need to do this,
Up,
all this R strip and line
after
number 11 to 14? From line number 11 to 14, without these lines, does it not work?
how we will do it if you not do this, because you are giving input as this separate string, right? You are giving the
Okay.
input as hello, then world, then beautiful, and you are making a sentence out of this. You are making as one. See this output. We are making as a one string out of that. Then if you not loop through this, then how it will be work? Not work, right?
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
No, tell me what is your doubt here? Why the doubt came up?
Yeah, actually, I joined a little late to these classes, so I thought of
Hmm.
concatenate statement is used to concatenate all the words, right?
Right.
That's the basic thing that I know it. So I thought of
So what
printing
I'm
this word like hello
no,
word directly instead of
I understand. So that we can do it manually, but the thing is,
uh,
this could be anything. It's not like three only. I can give another only. Then you need to change the logic right there only, na? Like suppose I'm saying country. Then your logic will not work. Again, you need to give all four there manually. This is a concrete approach. Like whatever the string I will give, any number of string, 5, 4, 3, and doesn't matter. That is the loop. It will go through the each and every item on the string, whatever item, and that will be concatenated for you. Make sense? Now,
yeah,
I think now it will be. Now it will.
thank
You
you.
got the point, right? Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Okay. So now one last exercise I want you guys to try, and then we can start from tomorrow the class and object. So let's see how many ops you do this. So I think I have done this hopefully. I don't know. I did this. The ratings one, did you do an exercise for this, guys? So let's do a ratings. Okay. So I have a list for the, suppose you are working on a hotel industry and all, or any food and beverages industry, and the customer used to give the ratings. Okay. So here, how they are giving the ratings? It's like they're giving 5 stars, 4 stars, then 3 stars. Then they are giving 3 stars. Then they are giving 2 stars. So now I need to calculate average rating of my company. How you will do it? Yeah. Any idea how to do this?
Is there any function to pull out only the number part from the string?
Strip,
Re-
L strip, because
Strip
write script,
will
strip.
get the value irrespective of the string or number.
Sorry.
Take the index because you already know it is the first index. The zeroth
Exactly.
index is the number. So take
Mm,
that and find with the length, divide by the length. Sorry, add it and divide
right.
by the.
Exactly. So you need to convert it into the integer and take the first index. Then we know the average how to do that, right?
So how do we convert 5 star into integer? 5 will be there, but stars will still be a string, right?
Int,
Int.
I understood int of the value,
int of
but
ratings.
okay, the first value of the index will be the number.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
Convert it
that's
into the integer. Everybody has done it.
yeah, just starting trying it.
Can I do like this? R in ratings return integer of something like that. Can you do that? Just think, okay? This is very simple one only. We need to take the index of each and every item in the list members and convert it into integer. How to write codes? Tell me. At least that you should to tell me, right?
Ratings of 0. Int of
Rating
ratings of 0.
into
Ratings of
uh, 0.
0
This one?
of 0. 0 of
Why 0 of 0?
Isn't it
ratings of
R
0
of
will give
0?
you 5 stars. So
Uh,
ratings of 0 will give you the first letter in that word,
only
which
0
is
also
5.
will give it. Only 0 will not give.
Zero
Only
colon, zero colon will give you the first word, right? Realizing.
My question is why 0 colon 0? Why not 0?
No, no need.
Only 0 will it will work.
Isn't it R of 0 rather than rating of 0? Because you're calling a for loop.
R is
That
just a
you
variable. Yeah.
There you need to figure it out, guys. I am not writing the formal code because these are all things we discussed thoroughly. Now, if you ask me who to our ratings,
Okay.
I'm not doing myself. I'm whatever you are telling. I'm just following up. Now, in this at this stage, if you ask me whether Antu's ratings are, then there is some problem. Okay. Anyway, you can just. I'm not writing this very simple thing only. I will not write this code because it's a very simple code only. 2 lines code only. Two maximum 3 lines. Get that. So I'm not writing. I'm leaving up to you to write this code and give it back. Alright. So I would suggest still guys, please follow up the videos thoroughly on the Python, and because from the tomorrow I will start a new phrase topic on the Python followed by the pandas and numpy, and there all the fundamentals will come into picture. So by that time you should be very much clear about your loops, your recursion, whatever the topic, list, dictionary, it should be on your mind what exactly into use where, because without that, that is the implementation part, that's a separate package. There will be using all the Python basics. So please, if you want, you can take a 1 or 2 days break, go through all the things and come up. If not, I will continue from tomorrow as well. That's